Setting up a farm in your backyard can be a rewarding and sustainable way to produce your own food, contribute to environmental conservation, and engage in a fulfilling hobby. Whether you have a small plot or a larger area, this guide will walk you through the essential steps to establish a productive and enjoyable backyard farm. 1. Planning your farm. Assess your space. Measure the available space in your backyard. Identify the sunniest spots, as most crops require at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight per day. Note any shaded areas that can be used for shade-tolerant plants or other farm elements. Determine your goals. Decide what you want to grow: vegetables, fruits, herbs, flowers, or a mix. Consider if you want to include livestock like chickens, bees, or rabbits. Set realistic goals for the size and productivity of your farm. Research local regulations. Check local zoning laws and regulations regarding backyard farming. Obtain any necessary permits for structures like chicken coops or greenhouses. 2. Preparing the soil. Test the soil. Conduct a soil test to determine its pH and nutrient content. Adjust the soil pH if necessary by adding lime to raise pH or sulfur to lower pH. Improve soil quality. Add organic matter such as compost, aged manure, or leaf mold to improve soil fertility and structure. Consider using raised beds if your soil quality is poor or if you want better control over soil conditions. 3. Designing the layout plan. Your garden beds. Decide on the shape and size of your garden beds. Leave enough space between beds for easy access and maintenance. Consider using a mix of in-ground beds, raised beds, and containers to maximize space. Incorporate companion planting. Research companion planting to optimize plant growth and pest control. Plan your garden layout to place compatible plants near each other. Plan for crop rotation. Develop a crop rotation plan to prevent soil depletion and reduce pest and disease issues. Rotate plant families in different beds each year. 4. Installing infrastructure. Build garden beds. Construct garden beds using materials like wood, stone, or recycled materials. Fill beds with high-quality soil and compost. Set up irrigation. Install a drip irrigation system or soaker hoses to ensure efficient and consistent watering. Consider using rain barrels to collect and utilize rainwater. Construct support structures. Build trellises, stakes, or cages for climbing plants and heavy vegetables. Install a greenhouse or cold frame for season extension and plant protection. 5. Planting your crops. Choose the right plants. Select crops that are suitable for your climate and soil conditions. Start with easy-to-grow vegetables like tomatoes, lettuce, carrots, and beans. Start seeds. Indoors. Begin seeds in indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last expected frost date. Use seed trays, grow lights, and a good quality seed starting mix. Transplant seedlings. Harden off seedlings by gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions. Transplant seedlings into garden beds after the danger of frost has passed. 6. Maintaining your farm. Watering and mulching. Water plants deeply and regularly, especially during dry periods. Apply mulch around plants to conserve moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. Fertilizing. Use organic fertilizers like compost tea, fish emulsion, or blood meal to provide nutrients. Follow the recommended application rates and schedule for each type of fertilizer. Pest and disease management. Monitor plants regularly for signs of pests and diseases. Use organic pest control methods such as insecticidal soap, neem oil, and beneficial insects. Remove and dispose of diseased plants to prevent the spread of infections. 7. Harvesting and storing produce. Harvesting. Harvest crops at their peak. Ripeness for the best flavor and nutrition. Use sharp tools to avoid damaging plants during harvest. Storing and preserving. Store fresh produce in a cool, dry place to extend shelf life. Consider preserving surplus produce by canning, freezing, drying, or fermenting. 8. Expanding and innovating. Experiment with new crops. Try growing new and unusual crops to diversify your harvest. Incorporate perennial plants like asparagus, rhubarb, and berry bushes for long-term production. Add livestock. Introduce chickens for fresh eggs, bees for honey, or rabbits for meat and manure. Ensure you have proper housing, feeding, and care plans for any livestock. Sustainable practices. Implement sustainable practices like composting, crop rotation, and water conservation. Aim for a closed-loop system where waste products are reused and recycled on the farm. Setting up a farm in your backyard requires careful planning, dedication, and ongoing effort. By following these steps and adapting them to your specific situation, you can create a productive and enjoyable backyard farm that provides fresh, healthy food for you and your family. Embrace the learning process, enjoy the connection with nature, and celebrate the fruits of your labor. This guide provides a comprehensive overview of the steps involved in setting up a backyard farm. Feel free to adapt and expand upon these steps based on your specific needs and preferences. Happy farming!